Then a child drum groove will often counter this and help bring out the higher pitches. This is a higher pitch, and these are higher pitches. So the high drum might be doing some kind of dialogue answering. It might go and-a. That lines up with the and, but it echoes the and. It might do and-a two-y. So and-a two-y is a bunch of little notes, high-pitched, it'll cut through, and it lines up with the two, and it answers the two. And-a two-y, and then we can answer this 4-y. We don't want to mess with their open tones because that's shining for them. We don't want to mess with them. So maybe we'll go and-a, and-a. So something that's very repetitive, 2 and 3 note, 4 note groups. So we have and-a two-y, and-a, and-a, and-a two-y, and-a, and-a. See, I'm just kind of putting a little placeholder here. And a little placeholder here. 1, and-a two-y, 3, and-a, and-a, and-a two-y, and-a, and-a. So you're seeing how this echoes the bass part. This echoes and supports the bass part. This echoes and supports the clap. And this echoes the open tones of the mother drums. So we have a nice combination of all three of these things. So to reiterate, the bass part, the low drum part, is reinforcing maybe this bass, and this bass. And they may decide to set up, they're going to set up that 4, a 4, so it'll sound like a 4-y. So they're going to come right in here before the 4 and play a bass tone there, right there on the a. So it'll be like a 4-y. So that's kind of a setup idea, that it's setting up what these guys do. These guys will be echoing what the bass drum does. So that gives you an idea what you can do there. And that's the drum parts, basically. And some steady timekeepers might be, cowbell playing on 1, 2, 3, and 4, just so we know where the beat is. Maybe a wood block, so that's cowbell. A wood block could play on and 2 and 4. That kind of sets up the high-pitched clap sound, and 2 and 4. We could have a shaker or tambourine part playing lightly on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to try to create a sense of motion and subdividing the beats so that we can stay together better. There's all kinds of things you can do here. A rasp gets a long sound and a short sound. So there's long raspy sounds and there's short chok chok sounds. So we could probably reinforce the pulse by going 1, making that nice and long, 3, making that nice and long, going dee, dee, and then in here on the clap doing a short, so put a dot above it showing that it's a short staccato sound, and this is a long legato sound. So we could go long, short, long. Why don't we go long, short, short to fill in that hole? Okay, long, short, short. And then long, and right here on 4, go just short. Because we don't want to mess with this, get it too cluttery in there, because they're already doing stuff. So we'll just stop on 4 with a nice staccato sound. So basically, we're reinforcing the pulse and the time with the timekeepers, the bass with the low tom. The child drum is echoing, filling in holes of the mother drum groove. Well, hope that helps a little bit about the philosophy of instrument rolls, and all this changes a little bit for the style of music that we're doing. Remember that there's swing styles that use ternary rhythms. Those are rhythms that are grouped in 3 subdivisions instead of 2. These are all 2 subdivisions. It's very straight, and there's styles that have that as their feel. And then there's the swing styles: blues, rhythm and blues, jazz, hip-hop, and sometimes reggae. So hopefully that'll give you some idea of the guidelines, and we can go into specific guidelines for each roll, and they're in the document under workshop classes in the actual class breakdown.